Welcome to the Truth and Harmony Podcast.
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 Welcome to the Truth and Harmony Podcast. Hello. Welcome to the Truth and Harmony Podcast. Real stories, real talk. My name is Joshua Franklin. That's not my name. My name is Joshua Benson Hall. And I know you guys haven't seen me for a couple episodes. I've been going through some stuff, but I am here today. But I'm not alone. Joshua is not alone because I am accompanied by my great friends, my family. Right next to me is Robert Downing.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all in for a great show tonight. I'm telling y'all in for a great show tonight.
And on the bottom is Red.
I don't know why he said it like that, but yo, what's up? It's RD. You know, we got a great show planned. I want everybody to stay tuned. Thank you for Josh to introduce me. I don't know why he's over there cackling like he is, but yeah, it's RD in the place to be.
And right next to Red is the Underground Soul Man.
Yo, how's it going, everybody? We got something real special packed here for this episode, multiple others, and it's good to have Brother Josh back with us.
All right, and so we have a special show planned for you guys today. Today's topic is about celebrities' downfall and their comebacks. Because we know a lot of celebrities who have a downfall and how they come back. And we also have some special guests today. We're not going to say who they are, but I don't know if y'all can see the background. But we're not going to get into who's in the background yet. We're going to wait. But
Hello?
Yo,
sorry, I had a technical difficulty.
Yep, Josh, you're still on the other screen.
I'm on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, this is better now. I'm sorry. Okay, where was I? Okay, yes, we're not going to reveal who's in the background yet because we have some special people who's supposed to join us this evening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I can't wait. I can't wait. So, while we are waiting for our people, we are going to get into the very first segment. Who wants to introduce that?
well,
Ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead.
Well, our first guest has arrived.
All right.
All right, we're gonna definitely do this now. Our first guest is here.
Yeah, we'll get into the regular stuff we usually get into later. But
Yes.
let's welcome in our very special guest.
Wait.
Right.
Let's tell who's in the background now.
Okay.
Wonder what that's about.
Yeah,
Hmm.
who's in the background?
Who is in the
Who
background?
is
Who's
in the
that?
background?
Let's talk
Who's
about
in the
it.
background?
Who's in that
Let's talk
background?
about it.
Who's today's underrated artist of the day?
Well, underrated artist of the day, read by RED. I decided for this special occasion that the artist of the day, the underrated artist of the day, one of the greatest bass singers of all time.
Oh
I've been
yes.
saying this. Okay,
Oh
okay,
yes.
Joshua Franklin Jr. Okay,
Oh yes.
so like I was saying, it is Melvin Franklin Jr. of the
Melvin Franklin.
Temptations.
Melvin Franklin Jr. The
My
Temptations
guy.
is our underrated artist of the day.
Yes, my favorite bass. My favorite song that he led on is "I Truly Truly Believe." That song is so peak.
Yes.
But yeah, it's the underrated artist of the day, and with that leading into it, we have a very special guest. If Joshua
We
would
got
like
two
to
now.
introduce that.
They're both here. All
Oh.
right. So, our very special guest today is the children of this man right here, Melvin Franklin. We have Melvin Franklin Jr. Welcome, Blue Jr. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, damn.
There he is.
There he
Yes,
is.
sir.
There he is.
Thank you for having me.
It's an
Yes,
honor
no
to
problem.
have you, sir. It's
Yeah,
an honor.
pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's good to meet you.
Likewise, the pleasure is all mine.
All right, and we have his sister, Miss Davette English. Sorry if I said that incorrectly. I may have. I don't know. But
It was perfect. It's Davette.
Davette. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Welcome, guys.
Yeah,
Wow.
welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Let's see, am I able to do this full screen? Hold on. I can't see. Oh, there we go. I can only see the top of your head, David.
Oh, well, I can only see the top of my head, so
Okay.
yep, there we go.
There we
I'll
go.
change this.
There
I'll
we
change
go.
this.
All right. Gotcha. There we go. I can see you. My beautiful
All right.
sister.
There's
Thank
everyone.
you.
Oh, yeah, that's much better. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Uh-huh. No problem, Blue. And sorry if I'm talking like gonna be talking like this the whole episode.
Oh my God. Wow.
I can't help
you, you can help it. It's just
it. Nah, they know how I am. I'm a bass singer myself. And after your father, your father is an inspiration to me. So
absolutely.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna open up the floor to you guys. What questions do you guys have?
Well, if anybody would like to start, but first of all, I want to touch on the whole memorial thing. We wanted to have you guys speak on that and basically like spread awareness of what it is and what y'all are trying to do, because I feel like it's very good what y'all are doing for him and stuff like that and honoring him. So if you guys wanted to talk about that first.
Absolutely. I will let my lovely sister take the lead on that, as her and our niece, Nakira, are spearheading that project. I'm kind of just, along for moral support. So.
More than moral support.
Well, yeah, of course. But, I'd let my sister take the lead on that.
Sure, no problem. So we are excited to be working with the Mobile Arts Council and trying to get a mural of our dad in the city of Mobile.
We are going to get a mural.
Okay, we're going to get a mural.
Yes.
Put up in the city of Mobile, where he was raised. He was born in Montgomery, but he was raised in Mobile until he was about 10. And so then he moved to Detroit. But because he always considered Mobile his home, that was his heart, we decided that would be the best place for something like this to happen. Oh, excuse me. So now we're just in the midst of doing a GoFundMe to help us raise the funds we need in order to get this project off the ground. We're very excited about it, looking forward to it. And like my brother said, nothing's going to stop us from doing it, but we are asking for his fans and for the community to help us make this vision come to life.
Exactly. MelvinFranklinLegacy.com. All right. You can find out everything that we're doing. You can keep track of the donations, and, you know, just kind of recap a little bit of the legacy that was left by our father.
That's wonderful.
Most definitely. Wow. How I feel about this project, I feel like it's well needed. It is well needed because Melvin. Look, I'm smiling because he's my favorite temp. So.
Mine too.
Mine 3.
Yeah. And
right. Of course, we're a little biased though. So
and for him to have this is it's amazing.
Yeah, he's the only one who doesn't have anything specifically to
commemorate him.
And celebrate him.
Right.
And although it's been a very long time, you know, it's okay because here we are and we're doing it now. So we're very excited.
Exactly.
Yes. It's never too late.
Nope.
Yeah, gotta keep up the legacy.
Never too late.
Nope.
Right. I mean, we just celebrated Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. Right.
Mm-hmm.
It took, 20 some odd years to get that on the books. Right.
Yeah.
They were fighting for, right? So better late than never,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But listen, viewers, though, we're not trying to wait 20 years, okay?
Oh no, that's already
up, okay? We've already waited long enough.
Right,
so don't think we got time. We don't that kind of time. We're not doing that. I would like to see it in my lifetime go up.
It's gonna happen this year.
Yes, indeed.
We are coming up on the 31st anniversary of his passing here in a few short weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And we would really, really like to have this project started, by then, fingers crossed, because it's going to take, time to get all the logistics together or whatnot. It would be awesome to be able to unveil it no later than his birthday, which is in October this year. So I think that would be an amazing event.
All right, viewers, y'all heard that by October, okay? At least
Do it.
by
Come on,
October.
y'all. Y'all can do it.
Yeah,
Y'all
man.
can spend your money on anything else. I know y'all can do this.
Anything counts, man. Anything
Yeah.
counts.
We said it in our live recently. Listen, that dollar you got lingering on your Cash App, we'll take that.
Every dollar counts.
If y'all got
We
the
ain't-
borrow thing on Cash App, use that.
Right. Right. You
Use
got that overdraft? Well, yeah, send that. Like in those famous words, we ain't too proud to beg over here. 'Cause we need your help.
Right.
So,
Make that be kind of negative like you do anything else. So
yeah.
Right.
Well, no, we don't want y'all. We don't want you spending your bill money now. All right.
Well, yeah.
I mean, speak for yourself. I'm a little selfish.
But we will say this. Easily, at the countless, not just fans of our father, but fans of the Temptations in general and the entire Motown movement as a whole, right? If everybody collectively just donated the change in their cup holders in their car, this would be done tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really would.
I agree. Because I'm trying to get around to all the murals that's been already made. Eddie's mural, Paul's, David, Otis.
Paul don't have one.
Huh? Paul don't have one?
Yeah, he don't have one.
He doesn't have him. I don't think he has a mural. I think each person has something to commemorate them. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a mural.
Oh.
No, Paul gotta get his flowers too, man.
Yeah,
Man, brother. They all gotta get their flowers, man.
They do. All of them deserve it because it is the greatest male group of all time. But I'm biased.
The
So,
original boy band.
the original boy
You're
band.
right.
Yeah.
You're
No,
right, Miss
Boy
English.
band.
you right.
You are right.
The Temps
Yeah.
set the standard for everybody that came way
Every
after them,
single
like 20,
person.
30 years later, New
Every
Edition and stuff like that.
look
Jodeci, they inspired all those type of guys.
from New Edition to NSYNC,
Yeah.
and everybody in
Yeah.
between.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Temps are quite an inspiration.
So, viewers, we're going to leave the link in our description. Click that link and donate what you can
Greatly
Mhm.
appreciated. Every
right now.
dime counts.
For
Every-
Right
family,
now.
for family.
Every dime. Like I said, just the change in your cup holder. Greatly
Mhm.
appreciated.
donate right now, and my brother will sing something for you.
Right. We'll
Yeah,
have
go
Blue
ahead
Juice
and
and Old
unleash
Man
that
rap.
bass.
Go ahead. And, we passed Christmas time, and I'll still make them sing Silent Night.
Go ahead and unleash that bass.
I tell you, if we can get up, if we can get $100 in donations before we get off the live, I'll definitely do that.
What?
That's
See?
a bet.
Y'all heard it.
Y'all heard it. Yeah, come on.
Y'all
I
heard
know
it.
y'all
He
can do
said
it.
Heard it here first.
I'll at least give you the
Listen,
first few bars.
To the people that are watching, if y'all can spend $200 on a pair of Jordans, y'all can donate to them.
Y'all can help these people out
Yeah.
for the family, man.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not even for the family.
No, it's
It's
Right.
For
not
the
for
fans.
us.
it's
It's
really
for
for
him.
y'all. It's really
Oh
for the
yeah,
It's for
yeah,
y'all.
you're right.
It's not
Yeah, you're
really
right.
for us. It's more so for him and for y'all. It's
Right.
not really for us. I mean,
Yes.
it's selfishly for me. Is I love y'all, and I'm so glad y'all love my dad, right? And I'm
Yes.
so glad that the world has said that he is the heartbeat and soul of the group. I
Absolutely.
really appreciate that.
The
Absolutely.
world's
Self-
greatest bass singer.
Yeah.
He is. Selfishly, though, this for me personally is for him. I want him to I don't know what everybody in the world believes, but I believe that we live with our Father when we leave here. To be absent in the body is to be present with the Lord. So if he is overlooking me right now, I want him to see this, and it's for him more than it is for anybody else. Right? I want him to know
Yes.
that he is loved and respected and remembered and never forgotten. This is for him. And then secondly is for the fans. And then thirdly is for our family. We had them all our lives, so we don't necessarily need the mural, right?
Right.
Right.
This is something that'll be here 100 years from now.
Right.
Yeah.
And people can see, aspiring musicians in the Mobile area can look at that and see what's possible.
Right. We want to know. We want them to know that greatness can come out of Alabama.
Amen.
And sustain, not just come out of it, but sustain.
Come on.
Right? Because you can be great and come out and do this thing.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you can sustain in the business.
Jamarcus Russell. And,
What?
Is that a shot?
Oh.
I'm just hey, I'm just saying. Sustaining it is a completely different thing. So
right.
Absolutely you bring that point up. But
yeah.
And don't give me I got nothing but love.
Hey, Blue.
Just an example.
So we are really excited and looking forward to it, and hope that I find myself like hoping that at some point, we said this in our lives before, that if every member in every Temptation Forever group or every Temptation fan group or every Melvin Franklin fan group gave $1 or 50 cents, this would have been, like my brother said, this would have been done yesterday.
Right.
And so, and I'm not saying that to be like, oh, y'all should be giving. That's not what that is. What it is that we're just asking for you to find it in your heart to contribute to a project that is needed. And we hope that, you will find just find it in your heart to just give something to help us do this for him. So
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
he deserves it.
He does deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You on that one. You're right about that.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the hardest working bass singers, man. He was in that group from day one.
Yeah.
The
Like,
very
listen,
end.
let me tell you something. From the heart. When I think I told my brother this once. I said, if you look up, if you looked up the meaning of, what was it? Dang it, now I'm drawing a blank. Find something you love to do and you will never work a day in your life, you will see his picture.
Yeah.
Because this was not work for him. This was the love of his life, was to get on that stage and give his all to you guys.
1000%.
And because he loved you so much, he literally tore his body down.
He sacrificed himself.
He sacrificed himself to continue to be the world's greatest bass singer.
Right.
And so that's why, again, to us, it's very important that he's recognized. And can I just say something real quick? I saw, like, before we got started, how it's, what was your title?
Our title for our podcast?
No, not the podcast. It said, it was the little blurb across the bottom before you put our names.
Oh, the underrated artist.
Underrated. Can
Yeah.
I correct that? He's highly rated.
Okay.
Never underrated. Because he's
Highly
recognized.
rated,
He's
I was gonna say.
recognized all over the world as
Absolutely.
the greatest, the basso profundo,
Right.
all
Yeah.
over the world. So he's not underrated at all. He is
Well, no,
seen.
but to be fair, it may have read that on the ticker on the bottom, but they were speaking about me. They kept saying Melvin Franklin Jr.
Oh,
before
you underrated. It's like,
Right.
no, I'm just playing. He's underrated.
They didn't make
No,
they
I'm just
didn't
playing.
the mistake, right? You know what I'm saying?
But
They was talking about me.
I think that's one of the things that popped up one time, and somebody was like, we should be on that show. Remember that show that used to come on? They were Unsung, right?
Oh,
And
David,
I was like,
David Jr. was on that. Talking
yeah.
about his dad. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
they
was
did an
just
episode
like,
on David and Eddie.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
was just like, but I don't see any of them as unsung. I personally don't see it that way. I feel like they've all been, I'm trying to think of the word, have all been put on pedestals and seen. I don't know. I don't know how to put it into words, what I'm trying to say. I don't find them unsung. I find them very well recognized and adored and loved. All of them. Paul, Eddie, David, Otis, my dad.
Yeah.
And every temp that has put on a pair of platinum leather red bottom shoes or sparkly vest or silk jacket, any man that has had the opportunity to, is that me breaking up like that? I apologize. Every man that has stepped on stage to continue the legacy, to me, is recognized.
No,
Because I'm some big shoes to fill.
Look,
and
no,
it
now
come with a lot of criticism.
Look, who is very much so underrated and unsung that I have found in my own personal experience is the man that I have the privilege of working with currently, Mr. Glenn Leonard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, he is far too overlooked for my liking for the contribution that he made to the institution that is the Temptation.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like every member that has had the opportunity and the privilege to stand on that stage after the five, the originals and the classics, right? I feel like every man that has filled those shoes are unsung and deserves some recognition and continuing that legacy, no matter how long your tenure was.
Right. The only two exceptions to that would be Dennis and Ali.
Right.
Right.
Because they got a lot of
Right.
I agree with that.
But
So I do
everybody
agree.
else definitely, but for my liking, and it's not just because I'm privileged to sing with the man, but he is the lead on the greatest Christmas song ever recorded, and so I don't understand how people overlook him when Otis himself stated that he was the second best tenor that he had ever had in his group. You know, so it's just the perspective of the fans when it comes to Mr. Glenn Leonard baffles me, how he gets overlooked the way that he does.
Right.
I
So
agree.
that's his voice.
Yeah,
That's his voice
me,
on Silent
Devin
Night.
talk about this a lot. Actually, nobody else is getting on a song and holding a 40-second note like Glenn Leonard did on "I'm Your Man." Like, dude, this is the GOAT, and nobody talks about this guy. Come on, if we're gonna give appreciation to every single Temptation, let's do it. Especially the ones that can actually sing their butts off.
Right.
I
Don't pick and
don't
choose
understand
who you
it.
want to be a fan of. Don't pick and choose. If you
Yeah.
want to love the Temptations, love all of them. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody's entitled to their main lineup, but you don't gotta discredit the other guys to
Right.
point. I
Oh,
say that
wait
all
a
the
minute,
time.
y'all have become my favorite new people in
Come
all
on,
of the
Miss
world.
Yeah.
Pleasure's all ours.
No,
Pleasure's
because
all ours.
every time you go on, like when the Temptations page posts something of like, because recently they posted Glenn Leonard singing "Just My Imagination" on the anniversary of "Just My Imagination."
Come
I
on,
go in
man.
the comments and I see a whole bunch of people saying, "Oh, he ain't Eddie Kendricks.
Exactly.
He ain't that." I'm like,
Right.
he's
That's
not
not the
supposed to
point.
be.
He's not supposed to be.
Despise that.
Like
I
imagine.
despise that.
And
Because
this
neither is Ron. But
Right.
Ron been holding it down for 40 years.
He has.
Right.
He has.
Yes.
You know
and
what I'm
that's why
saying?
I said for me, it's about the whole one thing I'm gonna tell you. Y'all remember that line in the movie, the line the drum line new movie. I can't think of the name.
Kind of.
With Nick Cannon, right?
Yeah.
And he says, when he's getting reprimanded, he say, "Don't nobody come to see you; they come to see the band." Right?
Right.
I really do believe that our dad lived by that. One voice, one band, right? So even though people might like, oh, swoon over Eddie or swoon over David or swoon over Paul or swoon over Otis, they came to hear the band,
Right.
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And even though they left to do their own solo careers and then we loved them for what they produced on their own, people still came to hear the band, even if there weren't the originals on the stage, because that is what evokes the memory.
Right.
Yep.
Right? People come to hear the old Temptation songs because that's what takes them back. So I love that you guys said that because I am forever fighting. I stopped. My brother said I had to stop.
Yes.
But I had literally like I've just stopped maybe 2 or 3 years ago because I would be hyped up.
Maybe about 15 minutes ago she stopped.
No, I have become very good at holding in my opinions because if I comment every time I see something, my life would be consumed with it, right?
Right.
I defend every member to the death. And I don't care if you've been there 40 years, 60 years, or 10 minutes. I fight every member to the death. And here's the reason why. Because of those types of comments. Do you know how hard it is for a man who has his own talent and voice to have to fill the shoes of an icon?
Come on.
It ain't
and
easy.
get out there every night and prove himself worthy to be out there so that they don't get comments like that. For that reason, they deserve to be praised and thanked.
To the entire world.
Right?
All
so
around.
because of those comments that I fight until the death when I hear certain things. Now I wait until if it's really something bad, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I go off.
Now
No, rightfully so.
now she just called me.
Yeah, I crash out if it's real
Now
bad.
she just missed me.
Yeah, if it's a mild offense, I'll just call
Right.
my brother to get it off my chest.
Right.
But I'm telling you now, if it's really bad, I will crash out.
Right.
But
Really so.
I mean, look,
Nobody will blame
here's
you.
a prime example. Hold on, David. Here's a prime example. We're on here talking about our father, right?
Yes.
And the numerous temptations who have filled the shoes of those before him, right? After him, right? You will not find two bigger supporters of Juwan Jackson than the two of us, who is the current base.
Love that guy.
We are his biggest fans.
we
You see what
are.
I'm saying? Like it is. I'm constantly shouting dude out on social media, like because he's dope.
He is. He's great.
Yeah.
He's really dope.
Not just in his singing, though. Okay.
He's a dope person.
Man
Yeah, he's a great guy. He is.
human
Yes.
being.
Yes, absolutely.
He is authentic. He
I've
is
met him once.
kind.
Devin met him a couple times.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is just a great human being.
Absolutely.
And for me, that embodies everything that our father was. He wasn't just a great bass singer. He was a great human being. So I said it in our last live, you know, he would be that person. He's going to sit and listen to you tell him how you proposed to his girlfriend in 19, whatever. He's going to let you rock that whole story out. And then he's going to sit there and be like, I remember that show. And he's going to have a whole conversation. He's just that kind of guy. Juwan is the same way.
Yes.
He is. He is.
He's
He's
very
real down to earth.
very down to earth. And I think that I fell in love with him for that. Not only can you sing, but you also have that part, and that makes me very happy.
He's got a good heart.
He does have a good heart. And if y'all missed the play, I'm sorry for you.
Oh yeah.
Because the play was
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah. Shout out Harrell Holmes too.
And Harrell Holmes, who
Who's
was also on Broadway with it.
Right. He
So-
played our father in the most recent rendition of the Angel
Mhm.
play. So
I feel sorry for anybody that missed
Another
the play.
one of my
That
little
thing
brothers.
was great.
You know, hearing that from y'all makes me want to go see it. I mean, of course I've seen clips and stuff at it. I've had mixed reviews at first because I was like, oh, the Temps ain't never did this. Why are they doing all that? Blah, 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 blah. Like with the choreography wise. But hearing that from y'all, I'm like, okay, now I kind of feel bad that I missed it. Especially when Juwan was in it and Ephraim
Yeah.
Fife.
So
And,
so it is the same thing I said about the movie, right? There
It's
has
about
to
the
be some
demographic situation.
creative license
yeah.
to make things exciting, right?
Right.
Right.
If you
put 'em on
want to
the
see
show.
the original routines and buy a ticket, go see the Temptations. But
Look,
this
no,
is
and they don't even do the original routines. No more.
not like they used to.
Yeah, yeah. They definitely switched up over the years.
You know what I
Hey,
mean?
definitely switch it up.
hey, if you come in from my house, don't do that. Okay,
Right.
don't do that. But it don't come from my Uncle Ron. Don't do that. Okay, we got to modify so that modify. But anyway,
come from
if
Are you
that's
looking
what
at-
you
are you
want to
looking at
see, if
comments?
you want to see 5 men dressed up in their suits, handsome, and singing ballads and doing the little routines here and there, go see the Temptations. The play is a play on Broadway, so of course it takes on a different persona and it does different things. It's not supposed to be the show. It's not
Right.
You didn't come to see the show. You came to see a play and be entertained. And that's how I feel about the movie. You want to watch the movie to be entertained.
Right.
Right.
If they just did it based off the book, we'd all be sleeping.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So you have to give people creative license to make it interesting, because otherwise, dull and boring doesn't sell tickets.
True.
And dull and boring doesn't keep your miniseries on TV for 1,001 years.
Right.
That people
Yeah.
watch over and over and over and over.
Like it's
and
fact,
over
but like
again.
Like
Right? I mean,
couldn't tell you how many
I've
people-
watched some of my favorite stuff 1,000 times.
Look, it's amazing how many people are like, well, the movie didn't even say he had kids. Right.
I got the DVD.
Yeah.
I got the VHS.
Right. And it's
I
like,
have the DVD.
that's what's up. That's what's
I
up.
have the DVD. I got it downloaded on my phone. I got clips on my
Okay.
phone. I got
People have
everything
seen
on
this
my
I
so
ain't know
phone.
all that, John. Dang.
Look, people have
Yes.
seen this thing so many times, and they treat it as though it's canon, right? Like
Right.
they treat it as though like this is the definitive history of the
Yeah.
Temptations, and that could not be farther from the truth.
Exactly.
Yep.
If you
Yeah.
another thing, if you want to know so bad, read books. Read the books.
Come on now,
That's
you
what
know.
I said.
Like she said. Yep. That's what she
Yeah.
said. Read the book.
Said.
Or ask your
Ask the fam.
resources, ask the people that actually know, that actually hung around the people, and don't go off of misinformation. I was
Right.
actually talking about this too, like with the movie and stuff. It was like, to me, of course it's for entertainment, but they made it into like a David villain story and didn't touch on anybody else. Like
Right.
for example, like the Richard Street has been here since the very beginning, and y'all barely showed him in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, are
Yep.
we serious? Lewis Price did a good job filling in. Um,
Come on.
Glenn Leonard, they barely talked about him. They basically, like, it was for entertainment. And I don't like what they did for the portraying people, because that's how people are actually gonna look at them, and that happens a lot with movies and biopics. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, specifically the Paul Williams portrayal, as he's like
Yeah.
mainly just a drunk, and it's very offensive because he was actually a very
Yeah.
good human and a very great singer, and everybody loves Paul. You don't hear no bad things about him.
Nothing.
He was a good dude, and I hate that he's portrayed in that type of light. Same thing with Eddie too. They kind of mainly just portrayed him as standoffish, and that's not really who he was. Or Melvin being a follower and stuff like that.
Yeah.
These were all very different, unique individuals,
But
and it could have been
again,
told
I'm
better.
going to have to go back to what Rob said. If you want to know who these people really are, then
Read the
do
book.
your own research.
Read the
Right.
book.
Read
Or
books
ask us.
or ask questions of the family, because there are a lot of family and children out there in the internet world that will be more than happy to answer questions about their father, right? And if people are really that okay, here's where I get on my soapbox.
Uh-oh.
For me, there's a lot, you direct your anger in the wrong direction, right? I said this in our last live, and I'm going to say it here again. I can't repeat it enough. This is based off the point of view of one man of that group, right? And
Exactly.
he wrote an entire book. And that book is like this thick. Like,
Right.
it's this thick.
Yeah.
And when he sold the rights to that book for TV to tell the story of it, what he basically said is, okay, thank you. And he walked away, and he gave creative license to the people who executive produced and directed that particular film or movie.
Right.
And they then went off to different writers and said, hey, how can we spice this up? How can we do this? And how can we do that? My thing is that it really upsets me, because I actually agree with how a lot of the stuff was portrayed? I don't, but I also understand that it is for TV.
Right.
So I don't take it on that strongly, because
Right.
I know, right?
I mean, and
Yeah,
here's the
because
thing. Here's
some
the thing.
people really
Look,
take it to heart, because they be like, no,
Yeah.
I don't like how this was portrayed about David Ruffin. I don't like how this was portrayed about this, that, and the third. I hate the movie. It's awful. It's trash. The choreography's off. The actors, this, that, and the third. And it's so tiring, because the movie's been out for almost 30 years now. Y'all got to let it go at some point.
Yeah.
At some point, right? And I say this
hold
all
on,
the
look.
time.
Here's the thing. With all books that have movies produced based on the book, none of them,
Nope.
zero, none of them align perfectly with the book.
Nope.
Yeah.
Right.
Never. From Lord of the Rings to
The Color Purple,
Color
Yeah.
Purple to Mockingjay to the
Brewster's Place.
Like, it doesn't matter what it is.
Right.
Any movie that's why I say it is based on the book. It
Basically.
is
Right.
not the literal translation of the book.
Because otherwise it's a
When it comes to
documentary.
this, for some
Okay.
reason,
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a documentary.
Fact.
That's what you were looking for. You were looking for a documentary. And this is not a documentary. This is a movie.
Right.
Who wants to sit there and watch a 2-hour documentary?
Well, there would be a lot of people.
It might be a lot of people, right? But this
it
wasn't
wouldn't
that
as
platform.
popular as that. Right.
And I say this to say too, I want to go back to where I was, my thought that I lost for a few minutes. Again, one man's point of view, right? He is the only living original of this group, founder of this group, right? If my father were living and wrote a book, he'd have a whole different perspective. Richard had a whole different perspective. Dennis had a whole, because no two people see something the same way.
1,000.
I can argue with my children today. I see the argument one way and they see the argument a different way, right? So we have to remember too what lens it's coming from. And you can't argue with a man that has a perspective about how he saw things.
Right.
Yeah, he was there.
He was there. I was
It's
not.
true.
I was not. Some of them earlier days I wasn't even thought of. So I can't say
we have people that'll argue us down. Like
they can't argue me.
How they gonna argue y'all down?
Y'all are
Y'all
wait.
being scared.
Like, yo, they'd be like,
come
wait a
on,
minute.
man.
No, the movie said X, Y, and Z.
y'all
No.
is kids. What do you mean? What the movie said?
They
What is
cannot-
wrong
There's a
with y'all?
difference. There's
No.
a whole
They
difference between
cannot
this
say that. They cannot
and the
say the
actual
movie
source.
said this. The movie said that. No.
Yeah, because the movie said that for entertainment. You got to understand, it's not the actual truth. Because had it been the actual truth, they would have got all the Temptations that were actually alive at the time. You know, like Dennis Edwards was still alive to speak his truth. So they would have got every single part of the movie. They wouldn't have made it again like entertainment of, oh, nobody's coming to see the rest of them, a David Ruffin villain story. So yeah.
Right.
I mean,
That's like me. That's like me coming up to. That's like me coming up to David.
Why do we keep saying it's the David Ruffin villain story?
Because they made
That's
him
mainly how
Yeah,
people
that's
portray
how
it.
they made him out to be.
That's how the
They
story.
They made him the villain.
Yeah,
Right.
But if you look at it, they even minimized Dennis's role in the
they
film.
did.
Yeah.
They gave Dennis like one scene of
And Dennis
one scene.
Dennis brought Motown, not the Temptations. Dennis
A
brought
Grammy.
Motown their first Grammy.
Yep.
He was in there 4 times and
Yep.
gave a hit each time.
And it
Yeah.
so just go to show again, you want to dispel the notion of this fantasy that the movie painted for people to believe, and that's not actually the truth.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's like me coming up to you guys saying, "Hey, I didn't know your dad died in the kitchen. What
that's
happened?
happened.
How did he
That's
die
happened.
in the kitchen? What like
That
what?
has happened.
It has.
That has happened.
That's crazy.
That's
All the
crazy.
time.
That's
All the
crazy.
time.
Like,
Oh
did
my
your
God, I
dad die
can't
with the
believe
short ribs in
Smokey
his
sang
hand or
at your
something? Like
father's
what?
funeral.
Like
No, he didn't.
He didn't sing at our dad's
No,
funeral.
he didn't. Smokey did not sit out of it.
What happened was he had a prior commitment when the services were happening, and so he couldn't actually be at the physical service.
Right.
Right.
When the movie was produced, this was his opportunity to pay homage
Yes.
because he didn't get the opportunity then.
Right.
Mm.
Okay.
So
Okay.
no, we didn't sing at the funeral. No, our father is not buried in the ground.
No, he's in the wall.
He's in a
The mausoleum.
what's that called? A mausoleum?
mausoleum.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that aren't true. But we have people that will argue us like
We'll argue with like
But for what? Like, what do
been
you?
to his grave
How
site.
you
Yep, his
gonna
own
argue?
children.
Like,
His own
yeah.
children. Yep. That makes sense.
listen, I've had people try to argue me down about some stuff. Let me tell you. I go to the queen of information. Okay? And that's my mama.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, I was born in 68. This is when the trajectory was going like this, right? And my mother met him in like 67 or whatever, right? So she been around a lot, seen a lot, heard a lot, was friends with all of them, So when information comes across and I don't know because I wasn't there, I go to my mother. I'm saying, tell me about this, and this. I wish she would write a book. Like, because she not only can she tell you about them, but she could tell you about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I try very hard now not to get into those types of back and forth with people because they gonna believe what they want to believe. Baby, if you want to believe that my daddy died getting ribs out the oven, believe it.
Ridiculous.
But why do
You're
you?
absolutely ridiculous.
Why would you choose to just be ignorant? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've seen comments
ignorance
of that
is
whole
bliss.
entire scene, and it's ridiculous.
Ignorance is bliss.
I've literally seen a comment, and I don't want to call anybody out, but I've literally seen a comment. They're like, okay, I know this is a stupid question. This is the comment being typed. I know this is a stupid question, but are you really his son?
okay, all right.
What?
Bro,
Are
come
you really
on,
his
man.
You
Are
really
you
Blue, can I say something real quick? I think to a certain extent, I think some of these people are just trolling y'all at this point. 'Cause
Yeah,
what do you
it gotta
mean?
be some type of rage bait or some type of joke. Something. There's no way they're saying this with a straight face. No
I
way they're
promise you, I had to delete. I was on the phone with David at the time when I literally had to delete Facebook Messenger off of my phone because I keep getting random phone calls.
What?
phone calls.
What?
Messenger to talk like they know, like, you know, and then will message me after the fact, like upset that I'm not answering the phone.
You're on tour. What do you?
I don't know you.
Like what?
Hey, like I hate to be that guy, but it's like, yo, when did I miss the memo where it was okay?
I told them people call me all the time, and I just look at it ring and be like, what in the world? Like now I'm not going to delete my messenger, but what I am going to do is now block you and delete you because because I'm going to keep my messenger because I have friends and that's how I FaceTime my grandbaby. So I'm not going to delete my messenger, but I will block you if you become a pest. If you try to FaceTime me or call me, I will block you. But you got rules to this thing.
Because I thought that if I only access my messages from my laptop, then that would prevent that from happening. But people were calling me on my laptop. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm just going to start blocking people and unfriending people and all that type of stuff. But I mean, it's a hat. Like nobody likes telemarketing. Right?
People are crazy. I know that when I first, used to be online a lot, commenting and trying to, do what all the most in the groups and answering like, oh no, that's not true, like catching stuff or whatever. And I mean, I would have people basically telling me off, calling me a spoiled little girl. You think you know it?
Who are you?
Wow.
Who are you? Like what?
Do you remember that?
I remember that too.
Because I'm in the Facebook group I'm in the Temptations Forever Facebook group, and I do remember you going off on people in the comments.
Yeah,
I remember
that. I had to talk her down off the cliff.
I made a video. And said, I am not my father.
She was ready to go.
My father got that star quality where he can turn it on and turn it off and knows how to act in certain. I ain't him.
Oh no, not at all.
I will crash out.
That is not her.
So if you come for me, I'm coming back for you. I said, no. I am not Michelle Obama. When you go low, I'm going straight to hell.
You're going lower.
I live by that. I believe that.
I'm start using that from now on.
I'm not doing it. So
I'm grateful because I don't have to. I and
even when my brother started out, when he first started out, and they were trying to start that whole little, whatever. Oh, I made it very clear. If you think I defend these men, be real careful about my baby brother.
Yeah.
All gloves is off. I don't give a dang if he can't tap dance. I don't give a dang if he can't sing a note. I don't give a dang whatever he can't do. But what you're not gonna do is be nasty to him on this here social media platform.
I remember seeing
Right.
comments of Melvin Jr. They were saying like, "Can Melvin Jr. sing like his father? He can't do this. He can't do that." I'm like,
You
okay,
not the
even
one
if he
on
can't,
stage.
so
What are you
what?
You're not
talking
the one
about?
on stage.
That's
You're
still
not doing
somebody's
what he's
son.
doing.
That's
You're
still
not
somebody's
doing what
son.
he's
Wait. Let me get this straight. So you telling me you, the person that's sitting on your behind typing, you're criticizing Melvin Jr. Right? Make that
Yep.
Again, he's the one on stage singing, by the way, in front of a crowd of people that
and
came to
what are
see
you doing?
him.
And what
The
are you
crowd
doing?
came to see him and his band. The crowd came to see the band.
It's
Also,
those keyboard gangsters.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
a keyboard mafia. We're not the same.
Also, another thing I remember. Oh no, my bad.
I'm a keyboard mafia. We are not the same.
What I've come to understand is this when it comes to that, because there's going to be all types of critique and everything. And I know I'm not my father. I will never be. Nobody was my father, which is why he was the greatest to do what he did. Right. But what I've come to understand is this. You will never, ever, ever receive hate from somebody doing better than you.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I get it. You and that's why I don't respond, because you throw
Not
rocks.
worth it.
Right.
Not worth the time.
You throw rocks at the throne. You don't throw rocks from the throne. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm just like, okay, that's fine. I get it. If I was you, I'd probably hate me too.
What?
Hey.
Hey, that's a word.
Yeah. Hey, Blue, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So, how did you get the opportunity to start singing with Glenn Leonard?
So Glenn Jr., his son, Glenn Leonard Jr., is one of my very, very closest friends. And just in us, going back and forth over the years, word got to him that his pop was looking for a bass singer, and he recommended me, and the rest is history.
Okay.
Congratulations.
And I have another question. So, well, kind of like two. So, if you don't mind me asking, how did the Sons of Motown come together, and what happened?
That's a good question. Yeah.
What happened?
So,
If you're allowed to talk about it.
Great question. So in a nutshell, because there were a lot of moving parts when it came to that, right? So I don't want to drag this on and give you some long encyclopedic answer. So in a nutshell, we received a cease and desist letter from Universal. And everybody was scared of getting sued, so they kind of just backed up off of the project.
That's why y'all couldn't record and do the thing that y'all was playing.
In a nutshell.
Okay.
So, well, we had to kind of retweak and come back with a different approach. So, that being said, it is still a project very much to be desired. Behind the scenes, we're still doing what we can to make that come to fruition. It's just that we have to tread carefully because, the powers that be could prevent it from launching, before we even try to take off. So we have to make sure that everything is done correctly. All our I's are dotted, T's are crossed. And that way nobody gets sued. And we can do this thing properly and bring it to the public in a manner that can be received and appreciated by all.
Okay. Definitely. That's a good thing. That's a good thing you're doing, performing with one of the living legends of the classic 70s Temps lineup of Glenn Leonard. Him and Otis they gotta have a reunion, man.
Yeah.
They gotta have a reunion.
That would be dope.
Remember I texted you about that the Temps Forever page? That's me. That's me behind that page.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. Okay. Okay.
That's me posting all the rare photos and footage.
That's
You
what on IG?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, word.
Oh, he got a Temps documentary out on YouTube too, man. Check it out.
Man, I stay off of YouTube and I don't watch none of those documentaries.
Oh, yeah.
Understandable.
I will
Understandable.
crash
I
out
mean,
again.
yeah, because most of them
Oh,
are either clickbait or they just don't
Right,
tell the
right.
truth. But
And
yeah,
I don't watch
No,
none of them.
it be the thumbnails that kill me.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
what is
It be them thumbnails.
right?
I don't watch them. I don't watch them about any of the members. I skip right on by them. I don't
understand that.
do none of that because
I'm gonna watch and react to all of them. So don't trip.
Oh, all right.
yeah, it's some
Hey,
horrible,
can't wait to see that.
horrible ones out there. Even about our dad. Like there's some
Yes.
really nasty
Yeah.
Yes.
YouTube videos out there
Oh, I cannot wait.
that I can't even watch because I know that the amount of anger I would have inside would just drive me nuts. So I just don't even that I will hold back on and just go away because no, that's not true. Because
Just
one
go
of them I
sorry.
just commented on is like you are a disgusting human being.
Same with
Oh.
that.
I think that's the comment I left on that one was like you are a disgusting human being.
And you
I
have
mean,
every
well,
right to say that.
first of all,
Yeah.
misinformation. Yeah, first of all, misinformation, and also lying on people's family members, not letting them rest in peace, and like telling their story falsely isn't ever good. So I don't blame you. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, when you talking to my brother, y'all hold on. When you go out there looking for it, it's the one.
I got a whole playlist.
Yeah, the one talking about it's a conspiracy, like Motown murdered them. It was crazy.
yeah.
Look, one of the thumbnails got my picture in it.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. What
Don't
what-
trip.
what?
I'm on it.
And I was just like, what?
I'm
That's the one I put. You're a disgusting human being.
Yeah, I'm on it. Don't even trip.
Yeah.
Y'all
So
stay
it is-
tuned for that. Y'all stay
it's-
tuned for
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
It's stuff like that really, really just it really irritates my spirit.
I love it when she gets like this, y'all. I swear.
Irritates my
Well,
spirits. People irritate my spirit. Listen, you could be a fan, but you don't own these people.
Exactly.
right.
These people, you could be a fan. These people were on the world stage, and we get it, right? As their children, we get it. You have had them more than we probably have,
Ain't no good. That is
right? Because
all 100%.
365 days in a year, and I probably saw him 90, and that's a big number.
That's being very generous.
Being very generous, right? Because he was on the road all the time.
All
So
the
we
time.
get it. You feel, these fans, some of them anyway, felt like they own David Ruffin, they own Eddie Kendricks, they own, whatever. Because you've been a fan for so long and so forth. You do not. You do not.
And
We
another-
own them.
And by
You
default,
borrowed them.
and by default, they feel like they own us.
Who?
You know,
Who told you that?
But no, I'm telling you, because of the open access that social media provides.
Oh, okay. Well, let's tell them now. Don't get that twisted.
Oh, this is the reason why we're getting random phone calls.
Oh yeah, no.
Ridiculous.
No.
And then people cussing you out in your DMs, like, why you ain't answering the phone?
Yeah.
Are you doing this
That's
on
ridiculous.
purpose?
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah. First of all, I don't know you. Second of
Exactly.
all, I could be at work. Third of all, I am grown. I have things to do. Stop
Exactly.
calling me.
Right.
What are we
And
doing?
I tell people all the time, like, my father was Melvin Franklin, but I'm Davette.
Exactly.
Right, you're your own person.
I'm my own person. I got bills. I got kids. I got grandkids. I got my own life. I don't just sit around and wait for somebody to call and ask me a question about him. That's not my job. That don't pay my rent. It don't do none of those things.
Right.
Nope.
And so chill out. Because if I feel like I want to answer it, I'll answer it. Especially if it's a not a good question, but a question that is respectful. If somebody slides in my DMs and asks me a respectful question, I will answer it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
once I answer your question,
Let that be it.
Let that
go
be
away
it.
Let it
now.
go.
Let that be
That's
it.
enough.
Right.
But then
Stop
I'll
calling
get
my
the
phone
ones,
every
No
5
more.
minutes.
I'll get the
Stop.
ones I'll answer the question, and then before I know it, it's every day. Every day. Every day. Now I got blocked.
If you don't respond.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because they overstep their privilege.
Right.
They don't
Now
know.
you talking about me in the comments because I didn't block you.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I'm like, yo. Like I'm a whole dad over here, yo. Like I got
3 girls. 4. 3 girls at home.
3 still at home. 3 of
Yeah.
them still at home. Like my youngest is 8 years old. Like I don't have time
Right.
Yeah.
for this
You got a
foolishness.
family, man. You got responsibilities.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
So
I'm gonna
I
have to.
don't I get it
it's
though. I get it. I mean, I do. I get it. But I
it's
mean,
6
you know,
o'clock. I'm gonna have to start getting dinner here together in a second. You feel me?
I'm a big fan, huge fan. Okay, huge. Love DMX. Okay, he been
Yeah.
my boyfriend since the day he started. Okay, he was my man. Okay, he just didn't know he was my man. But
He
that
still
doesn't
don't know.
give me the right to think I have the right to go and ask his family members a bunch of questions or make my own little videos, or that don't give me the right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that kind of possession is in my head. It's not a real thing.
Yeah.
But some people
They
don't.
take it too seriously.
Yeah, they don't. They
Yeah.
can't disassociate.
See,
So
Right.
There's a
Wow.
word for that. There's a word for that.
what's it?
It's
What's that?
called
Schizophrenic?
delusional.
Oh,
Yeah.
delusion.
Yeah.
Word of the day, delusional.
I said schizophrenic.
Oh,
was that true?
Well.
man.
They might as well be.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know, there's no cognitive dissonance with you. You understand that that's just inside your mind,
Mhm.
right?
All
That's
right.
your own private fantasy world
It is.
versus acting upon that as though it were true,
Absolutely.
right? And that's
So I get it. I get it. But yeah, I do know when to cut it off, okay? Because I don't want
Yes.
people to think I'm crazy. But in my mind,
Too
DMX
late.
is my
Too-
man.
too
Okay.
late. I love you to life, but it's too late.
I mean, like, seriously, like, y'all, listen, people be like, I don't know how people cry over celebrities. Let me tell you something. I mourned, okay? I was dressed in black. That was my man, okay? You couldn't have told me no different. So I get how people can get really attached like that.
Yo, real
Yeah.
spill. I had people calling me, texting me, no lie. You just brought back this memory, no lie. When Kobe passed,
Oh man.
people were checking on me, like, "Are you good, bro?" Because I was whooped for like a week, dude.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
Kobe passed, yo, I was, oh my God, really? Like I followed Kobe from high school, like all the way, you know, the whole.
Mhm.
And he's only a few years older than I am, so like I kind of felt like we were peers, and I was like watching him overcome adversity as I was doing so simultaneously in my own life, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
him also being the son of a celeb, his father playing in the NBA, though the NBA wasn't as popular when his dad played, but all of these factors coming in, and I'm just like, yo, like Kobe was my guy. And I never actually met him.
Yeah.
But he passed. Like that, I was whooped for like a week. So I said, I get it.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I'm not going, if I would have happened to cross paths with him, I'm not going to be like, yo, like this is my brother and everything else, and, you know, run up on him and get body slammed by security. You know,
Right.
Yeah, that security will be
Yo.
playing.
I got a story real quick. Okay,
Yeah.
so this actually happened.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been a fan of the Temps my whole life, right?
Right.
So when I was about 18, and I had to have surgery done on my knee, right? So apparently, when they put me to sleep, apparently as I was on my way to the operating room, I was singing My Girl. They said I was singing My Girl, right? And then when I woke up, you know, because it was my first time being under all that anesthetic stuff. And I woke up and I'm screaming. I'm like, hey, I got to get to the concert. You know, I got to be with David Ruffin and all them. My mom said, David Ruffin's dead. I cried. I started crying. It's really
Wow.
bad.
Mm.
This is true story. This is not made up.
Wow.
My mom said I busted out in tears.
Wow.
And it took her a minute to calm me down because I was hurt.
Right.
You had that good
She was like,
stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had that good anesthesia.
And apparently,
You were hallucinating.
apparently I had a whole concert going on in my head.
Oh.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey,
And and something else that is wild too is that you wouldn't believe how many people asked me to take them to the show.
Oh yeah.
like as a hookup.
Yeah.
Like get there. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe the amount of people that ask me, "Oh, they're going to be here. Do you think you could get me 2 tickets?" I absolutely cannot. I absolutely cannot. Even if our father was living, I absolutely cannot.
No.
Because that's not what I do.
Right.
I ain't never did it, and I ain't gonna start doing it now. So no, I
That's
can't.
fair.
Don't ever ask me, y'all. I'm putting it out there in the public. Don't ever ask me.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna ask.
Yeah, but I also have a quick
She'll
story
get you
to tell.
tickets to my
So,
show though. She'll get you tickets to my show though. It's all.
Hmm?
I said she'll give you tickets to my show though. It's all good.
oh yeah, of
Oh
course.
yeah.
But I gotta say that I've been a fan of the Temps since 2017. It was the first time I watched this movie, and it really had me hooked on the group, and I wanted to learn about all them personally and stuff like that. And I had the great privilege to meet them twice. You know, the current lineup with Otis, Jawan, Ron, Terry, Tony. You know, those are my guys, man. You know, it was really great talking to them and meeting them, and they had signed albums for me. You know, Otis and them,
Oh,
and yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, Otis and all the guys, they did sign the stuff for me. And, it was really great to meet them. But I can assure you that I am indeed not one of those crazy fans. I don't text these guys, and I'm not fake. With my documentary series, it was not intended to disrespect anybody. I'm not trying to impersonate anybody or own anybody. I'm just a fan. And, I felt a proper Temptations documentary story should be told. And nobody else was doing it, so I just felt, why not I do it? And it went pretty well on YouTube. I got over 1,000 views on it. One of them has 138,000, the first part of it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
yeah, I don't have a problem with people doing documentaries. I just want you to be respectful and research.
Yes.
You can do as many as you want. I don't care. I just want them to be respectful and as accurate as you possibly can get.
As truthful as you can be, right?
Yes,
right.
And that's
do
what I intended
your
to
due diligence before you do it. Research everything, several different places before you come to a conclusion, before you do anything. And if you did all of that, then I would say your documentary was good. It's not you, right? It's the other people with that other bullshit type of documentary. Right. So I don't care. I mean, do it, live it up. Do one on that man down in the corner, Blue Junior. There, do it.
documentary on him. I sure will.
Hey, that'd be a good one.
That's a nice picture.
I'm gonna be honest. That's a great background right there.
That is a nice picture.
I'm gonna be honest with you, brother.
That's me with all of them.
Oh, come on,
when Jawan first got in.
Yeah,
Jawan was still behind. Jawan was still behind the curtain.
Yeah, that's when they were still calling him Jeff. Still call him Jeff.
Oh my gosh! Yes, Otis called this man Jeff.
Wow.
He said, "And this is our new member, Jeff." Jawan was like, "My name is Jawan."
Hey, so yeah, y'all gonna have to be easy on y'all.
Look,
be easy on my goddaddy. I'm just saying now,
Not too much on Otis.
We're not
going to do that.
Otis, man.
He's 84 years old.
He's 84 years old.
He is.
Yeah.
And 84 and fine and still out there stepping on time. Okay.
He's doing what he loves. He's doing what he loves. He's doing what he loves. You can't condemn him. He's doing what he loves.
I'm gonna be the one to tell you, if his homeboy was still living and was healthy, he'd be right there.
Yep, right there with him.
Oh yeah.
Because not even his health could pull him off the stage.
Facts.
So Yeah, he would have been right there. Look at it. Hey, look at the Four Tops. Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on.
did it until they couldn't. They rolled that thing till the wheels fell off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Duke.
And
Oh
so,
my goodness.
Otis is doing the same thing. Why? I mean, people always ask me why he don't retire. Why should he?
Why should
He
he?
doing what he loves. Let
Doing
him
what he
let him
loves,
be.
bro. Like
Happy
what?
housing.
Right.
This
He said himself
means
he's
something
doing
to
it
him.
into the air.
This is his life.
Exactly.
It's
So
happy
why
housing.
should he? And if
It's
he
still
does,
happy
that's his
housing.
business. But why should he? What kind of question is that?
See, can I say something
Exactly.
real quickly?
Yeah.
See, a lot of these people, they don't have no lives of themselves, so they just gotta,
Yeah, they not real fans.
yeah.
They just along.
They
They're just along
miserable.
for the David and Eddie bandwagon.
Yeah. If it ain't Eddie, I don't care. Somebody said this, by the way, and she runs a fan page. Just letting y'all know, she said this. If it ain't Eddie, I don't care. So yeah, but anyway,
Oh,
Yeah, it's
baby.
all the disrespect in the
Yeah.
world.
Listen.
It was bad enough to the point she thought Richard Street was still alive.
yeah.
She
A
thought Richard
whole
Street was
nother
still alive.
comment that pisses me. I'm gonna tell you right now. You want to piss me off?
Mm.
In
How
a
so?
comment, say stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a grown woman, by the way.
If you wanna piss me off,
Yeah.
say how the Temps wasn't nothing without David Ruffin or Eddie Kendricks.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you want to piss me off, say that. And
We
I'm
know
not
that.
coming for David and Eddie. They were like my uncles. I was a baby. I don't have like a lot of memory of them, right? But they were family. I was raised, right? So I got nothing but mad love for both of them, right? But if you want to piss me off, say that. Because what are you saying? Because to me, what I hear is my father wasn't sugar honey iced tea. My father didn't contribute. You saying
pretty much
because they're not there, that my father was a background singer? Never.
Oh
Never.
gosh. I've seen that
No.
comment before. I've seen that before.
Never.
What?
Pissed me off.
Yeah,
I never saw
there are
that.
people that
Be real
still say
careful.
that Otis can't sing.
Be
You know,
real
there are still
careful
comments saying
and
Otis can't
clear.
sing.
Right.
There are still comments saying Otis can't sing in 2026.
Otis
Otis
can
can't sing.
sing. He has a beautiful voice.
Yes, he has sung
When I heard
multiple
"Don't Send
times
Me Away,"
But not everybody desires
Right.
to be in the front.
to be in the front.
Exactly.
But when Otis does lead on songs like "Darling Stand By Me" and "Read Between the Lines" and stuff like that, he does his thing.
Don't send me
Whoa.
away, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about his vocal range
I see
either.
my
Like,
child, bro. Don't forget about that.
yeah.
For Your Love, You
And he
Send
right.
Me with Ollie Woodson.
I sung
Come on
"Don't Send Me
now.
Away" in front of him.
Yeah, he
Word.
started
I sung
smiling
that
and
in front of him.
everything.
Those comments
That's dope.
are
Yeah.
the most hateful things that I see in some of these groups. Because
Yeah.
when you say that the Temptations as a whole are nothing without those two people,
You're
to
not a
me,
fan.
you're attacking one of the people that I love.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, I love
Right.
my godfather too, right? And I love Paul, but you're really attacking the man that created me.
Right.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Now you're talking about my daddy. That's taking it to a whole nother level.
It's
But see,
personal now.
But here's
Yeah, it's
another thing people
personal,
always
man.
tend to forget. Here's something people always tend to forget. Before Ollie Woodson, before Dennis Edwards, before David Ruffin and Eddie Kendricks came along, who was the original lead singer of the group? Who got them to
Paul Williams.
Motown? Paul Williams.
Paul Williams.
Paul.
But you know, he seems to not get his credit. You know, it's always David Eddie,
Yep.
and Dennis. No, Paul was there from the beginning. And he stood in the group longer than David Ruffin and Eddie Kendricks.
Yeah, and even then, you can't have that Temptations first album without Dave, like David, as well as all of the Temptations. But Melvin's bass on that
Paradise.
first album
Paradise.
specifically, yeah, yeah, you can't.
back
To my
paradise,
baby,
baby.
my paradise.
That
Yep.
And then
that
got it.
was a soul CD set is my favorite CD set. I no longer
I got it.
have
I got it.
because I warped it. I no
Yeah.
longer have those CDs because I warped them.
Look, come
But that
on.
is my
Come on,
favorite
y'all.
set.
Come
And-
on,
I just
y'all.
gotta show y'all my collection real quick.
Come on,
I
y'all.
love
Yeah.
Come
love
on.
it.
That's
Yeah, it's
what I'm
nothing but
talking
real Temptation fans here,
Yeah.
not just
Yep.
David and
Hey,
Eddie.
We're
y'all-
all
can
real
y'all-
Temps
Hey,
fans.
whoever's running the background, can y'all center that real quick and then move on to Miss Ari D as y'all showing those collections? Are
They
y'all
are
able to
really
make us
not.
big?
Oh,
There we
look
go.
at that.
There's Rob.
Yeah, come
Oh.
on. Come on.
Yeah, all
Oh,
mine
wait.
are
I'm not
Yes,
upstairs.
done.
sir.
I'm not
Wait,
done.
that's my
Move your
favorite
camera.
album.
Move your
That
camera.
is my
Come on.
favorite, Mellow Mood. I play that all the time in my car.
That's the one with that's the album
Yep.
with Old Man River on it.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, one of
Yep.
Melvin's crowning
Yeah,
wins,
come on.
man.
Yep,
One of
there
his
we go,
best.
Mr. Eric. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, all
Yep.
mine are upstairs.
That's what I'm
I
talking
will
about.
Man,
All
you
right.
can't have this album
Power
without
whooping.
Melvin. You can't
Yep.
have this album without
Power,
Melvin.
Pow,
boom,
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 boom.
boom,
Power.
pow,
Yep.
boom, boom,
Pow.
pow,
This one
boom,
too,
boom, boom.
75.
Yep.
Yeah,
Look,
we
look,
real
Come
Yes.
on now.
over
I
here.
love
We
it.
don't- Nah,
That's
And
we
I
my
love
favorite.
that it's all vinyl.
But you know,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, I like
love
that album, even though it has the Old Man River, but that is not what makes it my favorite album. Paul makes
Oh.
it my favorite album.
Oh yeah.
Hey, yes, sir.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Paul
Look,
makes
okay.
that my favorite is
Come on.
That's Life and oh my gosh, the other
For
one.
once in my
Try
life.
to Remember.
Oh.
Yep.
Those
That
are
was
my
Eddie.
two
Yeah, that's
favorite
Eddie.
songs.
Look at you.
Mhm.
Wow.
Oh wait, that is the what's the other one? Sorry.
For once
Who
in
can I
my
turn
life.
My
to?
life.
My life.
Sorry. For Once in My Life.
Yeah.
Those are my two
Yeah,
favorites.
he did
That's my
that.
favorite version of that song, even though
Yeah.
I grew up on the Stevie version, but no, Paul did that.
Man,
Yep.
Paul did his thing,
That album
man.
right there. Oh my gosh.
All Direction, yeah.
In its
Wow.
entirety.
This is-
Yeah, look at
Yeah.
those.
look, I'm over here. Yo, I'm over here fanning out
Anthology.
your album collection, yo.
Hey,
Thank
hey.
you, man. I appreciate it.
That is dope, yo.
It is
I'm not
dope.
done because I got
Yeah.
the CDs too, but I'm not going to do all that. I don't want to.
Yeah.
What's up?
That is
But,
nice.
Should
Oh
be
my
um,
god.
vinyl. Should be vinyl.
For you, ain't it? Oh, yeah. Get that album off here.
Wait, is that look? Wait, y'all move that
Look,
album
Glenn.
cover
That's
over.
Glenn right there.
Glenn.
Somebody tell me
That's
what
Glenn
my
right
father
there.
got on.
Oh, right
Put
here.
that album back. What is that?
Hey,
he
it
got
was
on
a
a
different
leotard.
time. It was a different time.
Oh
It was-
my gosh.
It was
Hey,
1976.
he wearing
Oh
it
my
though.
There's no
god.
excuse. I don't care what year it was.
Oh
He
my god.
wearing it though.
There's no excuse for him to be wearing a leotard.
Where's the you know, I had a pair of those jeans, the bareback on from the bareback.
With the bareback, yes.
Oh Lord.
I had a pair of Temptation jeans.
Yo.
Show
this is
Melvin.
incredible,
Show
bro.
Melvin on that one. Go to the backside.
Oh
Why? Why?
Hey, yo, look, man. My daddy was weird. All right.
I had a pair of those jeans. I love those jeans.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's what
dude.
but look, here's the thing.
backside of bareback.
When you're
Backside of
successful,
We don't talk about that.
no, here's the thing. When you're successful,
Uh-huh.
your weirdness is called eccentricity.
no. Yeah.
Okay.
So when
He
you're
was very
successful,
eccentric.
you're eccentric. When you're successful, when you're broke, that's when you're weird.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because if you were picture this, I had to be about maybe 10 when I went to LA for the second time, probably the second time. I was about 10 and I'm from Baltimore and I was flying from Baltimore to LA to stay with my dad for a spell. So I'm coming from winter. I got a turtleneck. I've got corduroys. I've got boots on a plane going to LA. And when I get off the plane, my dad has on these little white shorts.
Those Daisy Dukes.
He had on his Superman leotard shirt.
Gosh, not the Superman shirt.
Oh no.
His Converse.
It was a leotard. It was a onesie.
It was a onesie. And his socks pulled up to his knees. Now let me defend the socks though. Okay. Let me defend the socks. So we all know that he had rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
the socks were compression socks. So that's why
Okay.
he always had on these long, tight white socks because they helped with his arthritis. So in his defense, right? But still, it was weird. And he didn't say, all right, Meldra. Okay, by the way, my middle name is Meldra. I'm really named after him.
Literally.
Davette
Oh.
Meldra English.
Literally.
That's dope.
So he was like, okay, he never called me Davette unless he was about to whip my ass. Period. right? It was always Meldra. And so he said, we're going to go to Venice Beach. And I'm like, okay, whatever, to buy roller skates, because this was the roller skating phase.
Yeah, he loved the roller skate.
Yeah.
He loved roller
Yeah.
skates.
Right? But we're in the roller skate
Which is
shop,
how
and
met
he
my
literally
uncle, by the
is
way.
so excited to get me these roller skates. He's so excited, right? My first pair. He's so excited. And I'm literally, y'all, I'm sitting there like, remember Frosty the Snowman?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
melting. Sweat is pouring off of me because in his excitement, he forgot. I've got on a turtleneck. I've got on corduroy pants and boots because I just came from Baltimore. And he turned around and he looked at me and said, oh, he was just like, it was one of them my bad moments. Like, he was like, I'm so sorry, Meldra. We should have went home first. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, you think? So anyway, I said all that to say I've seen a lot of weird clothing in my lifetime.
Mm.
And I'm talking about straight up weird, like booty shorts, mixed
God.
match stuff that I think you should never put together.
Yeah.
Just he was very eccentric.
You right. That's the word. Look, you should see. There's footage of the reunion tour when they was rehearsing.
His
Yeah.
Superman
Yeah.
shirt? Are you talking about
Yep.
Superman shirt?
You see the stuff that they wearing, man.
Dennis in a
What Dennis
crop
was
top.
wearing?
Dennis
Yeah.
was wearing a crop top.
Boom!
Melvin said this. He
Boom!
said,
Superman shirt.
He said, "Where'd you get that
Melvin
from?"
Superman shirt gets a
Where'd you get that
pass.
from?
He had one in every color. Every color the Superman shirt was
He
there.
did. He loved Superman. That was
Yeah,
another
Super
one of his
Blue.
favorite
Look,
animations.
so the thing is with that, right? And I've kind of adopted that a little bit myself. That was him in his mind transforming from Clark Kent to Super. So like he would wear that up underneath his clothing, right? So he could always turn from David English to Melvin Franklin, right? And that was his superpower.
I get that.
And I channel a little bit of that myself, to be honest.
But you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to, because then we talk about how Melvin Franklin and David English are two different people.
Two completely different individuals.
Y'all got Melvin, I got David.
Right.
I wanted to ask because I saw there was this photo of him. He had on, the thing that preachers wear.
Oh yeah.
around their necks.
The collar.
Okay, yeah. Billy Griffin from The Miracles was saying something about that, saying how Melvin used to always wear that, being weird and stuff.
He used to walk around with it, like in public places, like he was an ordained pastor.
Okay, in his defense,
I was going to say, was he inspired?
But that would have been
no. In
his
his
other
defense,
calling.
would it be a far stretch to think that he
Right.
was an ordained pastor?
If he wasn't a
Absolutely
Temptation,
not.
he would have definitely went in.
Yeah, if he wasn't Melvin Franklin of the Temptations, I really do believe his path would have been ministry.
He would have been Pastor English.
Because
Okay.
you would have never found a man more devoted to the word of God than him. Well, now it's my brother. But you would have never found a man more devoted to the word of God.
I'm still learning.
From the time I was little until the time he passed away, every lesson taught, every conversation had, always had a sprinkle of some type of scripture. He could always take something normal and relate it to a story in the Bible and then bring it all for full circle for you. He even did some guest speaking at, churches. If he had lived and yet still could not perform, I still believe that this would have been the path that he would have taken. I unfortunately believe that he died from a broken heart. There was no fight left in him because they took the one thing he loved away from him, which was Melvin Franklin. Right. And so, yeah, but he would have definitely been a minister.
Yeah,
definitely.
I believe it because he, but just, of course, just by the way he talked and everything. And I've seen him, he did David's eulogy, I think. Well, he did his part, and then on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, his little speech.
Mhm.
He said, "I called my brother, my fellow Temptations, Richard Street and Ron Tyson and all them, and I shared this word, and I Kimberly."
Kimberly. Yeah, that was
I
Bobby
can remember
Flay.
this. Hey, Josh, don't forget about this. Oh, Richard.
Oh my God,
Uh-huh.
girl is
His
here.
girl is here.
Yeah.
Fell
Oh
in
my
love.
gosh. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I definitely believe that he would have followed that path because he was very much into the word of God. He loved the Lord. Like, and I tell my brother all the time, you just remind me, not just by look, not just by voice, but that spirit of wanting to know God that closely is definitely a mark that's been left in him by his dad because he loved the word. Okay. And so yeah.
I
He was
appreciate
special that way.
it.
He was special. You can't find too many. Oh, that's a nice picture. I've seen that picture.
Yep.
Didn't I like it? Did I like it? I think I seen
I
it.
think so. But yeah, this is the second time I had the privilege to meet Otis. This was the first one.
And my beautiful godfather to this day is eccentric.
Yes, he's another one that is very eccentric, 100%. But he pulls it off, though.
He does very well.
You know what I'm saying? He pulls it off, though.
He does very
Absolutely.
well. So, everybody got their own thing, okay?
Right.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, we've been talking for like an hour and a half. Let me tell you, to close this out for me, because I really, I've got to get to bed, y'all. I teach 8th grade.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah,
Wow.
she Miss English is an English teacher.
Yes.
Wow.
And I be wore out. They wear me out every day. I crash.
How do you do it? You better than me. You better than me. I can't do it.
I crashed out at least 10 times every day. I crashed completely out. I had to tell them today I'm not Monopoly. This is not a game. Okay.
Well,
Right.
I'm not that
Well-
person, that you're going to just be disrespectful and all. Yeah.
Exactly.
But for the most part, they are wonderful kids. And I have
That's
gotten
good.
them to a place where we both can show respect to each other and we cool on some days, and on some days, they bring out the Baltimorean in me and I gotta be the Baltimore with the wretched. But yeah, I teach 8th grade and I'm there from 7 a.m. until 4:30. So when I tell you I be mentally like exhausted and drained from them kids,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
that it's not even a joke. Like, teachers be tired for real, for real. But it's about the snow, so we about to get a nice little mini vacation.
Yeah.
But I love it. And I think I get that from my father. I love teaching. I love to see a mind expand. I love to know that I was a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
And he loved to
Great.
teach. He loved to teach whatever it was. This is a man that knew a little bit about everything. There is nothing this man did not know something about. And if he didn't know it, he was going to find out. But
Right.
Guilty as charged.
right, he knew a little bit about everything. And that probably came from traveling the world 15,000 times.
Right.
But and y'all, he loved karaoke when I used to have people come up to me from overseas and tell me how much they used to love being out, and he'd be at the karaoke bar. I'm like, are you kidding me? So you would perform and then you would go to a karaoke bar? Like, what is that?
Really?
Mm-hmm. He loved
Wow,
it,
I didn't know that.
especially when they were like in the Asian continent.
Yes.
I can't even talk, y'all, because he
You know what
loved
you mean.
karaoke and he loves what's that stuff?
Sake.
Sake.
He loves sake.
Sake, and he loves sushi, and he loved karaoke.
Wow.
Now, this man be singing every night, all night, and you want to go do. I would have loved to have been there to see what karaoke songs did you?
Well, because here's the thing.
What did you sing? Like,
Right.
These are the
Right.
songs that he doesn't get to sing on stage.
right. I'm
Right.
like, maybe it's these other like little favorite songs or whatever. He
Right,
would sing those kinds of things. But yeah, he loved that. But anyway, see, I digress because something else will pop up. I wanted to say thank you so much for having us. And again, to anybody that watches, this is a heartfelt plea from me and my brother, asking you to be a part of this monumental project in getting our dad this mural in Mobile, Alabama. So if you feel so led after this conversation to donate, and they're going to share the link, and you can also visit www.melvinfranklinlegacy.com to get all the information to see where the money is going to be spent, where it goes, all of those things. We would be eternally grateful. We couldn't thank all of you, but know that in our hearts, we adore you and thank you so much for loving our dad the way that you did, and continue to love him every single day, even though he's been gone for 31 years. And my brother and I and my niece will be live again February 23rd. We are going to do a special tribute show to him on the anniversary of his death, the 31st year. So please join us. I can't say where yet, but we will promote it. But I just wanted to say thank you for having me. I am going to beg your forgiveness as I exit the conversation because I'm really sleepy. And
No, we understand. It was
Yeah,
an
we
honor having
understand.
you.
No, yeah, it was a pleasure to have you and meet you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
joining
much.
us.
Yeah, this was a great conversation.
I tend to start doing this when it's now. I start to ramble, so I don't want to do that to your viewers and my brother either. So whatever. But thank you guys. I love you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Carry on.
We should do this again sometime. We should definitely do this again sometime.
Definitely.
Anytime.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, my
Take
man.
care.
Thank you.
If I can find out how to exit. Oh, there we go. Bye-bye.
There you go.
Bye.
See you later.
All right. So now you just left with me. I'm sorry.
No, it's
No,
all good.
Hey,
It's all
ain't nothing to be
good.
sorry
Stay
about,
as
man.
long
We
as you
happy to
want.
have you. We
Yeah,
happy
stay as
both
long
of
as you
y'all
want.
here, man. Hey, stay here the whole show. We ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, man.
I would. But I have young children that I have to feed.
I understand.
Yeah, responsibilities.
It is 6:40 here my time. I'm on the West Coast. I don't know.
Yeah, you're in California, right?
Oh, yeah, right.
I believe you guys are on East Coast time, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So wow, so it's like close to 10 where you are.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 9:40 here.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
But yeah, if you have any more questions, I'd be happy to stay on for a bit and answer.
I did have one quick question. I don't want to hold you up, but okay. So far, being with Glenn's group, what have you, as far as where you traveled to, what have you learned as a person yourself? Your father, obviously, he traveled the world, and now is, I guess, for lack of a better term, it's your turn to travel the world. What have you learned from the different people that you've got to meet and see?
Oh man, so much. Being exposed to different cultures, different demographics, all, united for one cause. Like it doesn't matter what language you speak. Everybody knows every single word to my girl.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of amazing. It helps me to better understand the impact that my father had. He definitely left his mark in the universe, right? As far personally, I've had a chance to learn that this thing is really a grind.
Right.
It's not, like show business isn't all glitz and glam and
It's
camera.
not.
performing and stuff, right? Like there's so many moving parts behind the scene, and not everybody's cut out for this. You know, you're talking late nights, early mornings, constant travel. You know, maybe grab a meal on the go if you're lucky. You got to learn how to sleep on the plane, learn how to sleep on the bus, the van, whatever. And you're always on the clock because
Right.
you're representing a brand, right? So from the moment I get to the airport, I'm on the clock. This isn't something that I would have understood independently. Right? So being a part of Glenn's group, being mentored by a former Temptation, who, by the way, was mentored himself by my father.
Right.
The Temptations, right? My dad moved Glenn in with him.
Yeah, to teach him all the steps.
Exactly, to get ready for the Midnight Special, which was his debut show.
Yeah.
Televised.
Yeah.
Right. So for all things to come full circle in that manner, now the man that my father mentored is now mentoring me. I'm able to understand what it really means to be a professional and just a musician.
Right. I have one. I have like maybe 2 or 3, maybe more questions. I don't want to hold you up, but one of them is an opinionated question just for you, and another one is about you and Glenn's group.
Okay.
So I'm asking one about you and Glenn's group first. Do you guys have any plans on recording anything anytime soon?
Yes.
Oh,
like new songs?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I can't.
That's all I can say about that because that's above my pay grade.
Okay.
We'll stay tuned. We can't wait to hear.
Yeah, we're gonna hear that bass on the record. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. You will.
All right. And my next question just to you is what is your favorite song that your father led on?
Mm-hmm. There are a few, but I would say You're So Easy to Love, and there's a collaboration they did with the Supremes called Try It Baby.
Yeah.
And those are probably my favorite. But then, you know, there's The Ways of a Grown-Up Man. There's you know, What Else? There's I mean, of course, you know, the classics, I Truly Believe, Old Man River. But personally, I would probably say, and it's not even really so much the song, even though the song is dope, but I just love the intro. Like how he comes in, you know, it's like, it's time to wake up, baby.
Yeah, he did that.
Right? I love that, yo. I love that. And then and Silent Night.
Ah, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Right, Silent Night. Because that was really him showcasing his ability to sing a lead to mainstream.
Right.
Right. Because even though he would perform lead songs during live performances, his leads weren't broadcast on the airwaves. With Silent Night, all that changed. You know, and I feel like that it's one of my favorite songs to sing, actually, from my father.
Okay. Now, besides the songs that your father led on, do you have a favorite Temptation song as a whole?
Just regular Temptation song. I would probably say Lady Soul.
Okay.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice.
That's definitely one of my favorites. Don't Look Back.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
I love Don't Look Back. Mm, and really, pretty much everything Ali was on.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Some
that's
Shannon Evening. Yeah.
personally, my second favorite Temp is Ali Woodson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one heck of a voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, those will definitely be some of my faves.
Okay. My personal favorite is Psychedelic Shack. That's my favorite Temptation song.
That's
My favorite is It's Growing. David ain't had to cook like that. It's growing.
My
Okay.
favorite, You'll Lose a Precious Love.
That's
Ooh.
another one. He ain't had to cook
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Blue, I got a deep cut for you from the Tempting Temptations album. One of my favorite songs on that album is I Gotta Know Now. It kind of sounds like the Girls Are Right With Me and Why You Want to Make Me Blue, but it still stands out.
That's
Yeah.
another one. That actually, the Why You Want to
Yeah.
Make Me Blue, if you listen to the acapella,
Yeah, we've heard it. Oh
Okay.
man.
oh my goodness.
That's peak Eddie Kendricks right there. That's peak EJK. That's peak EJK right there.
Yeah.
Or I like Paradise because that's Melvin and Eddie.
And
Yeah.
mind you, I know we all know, but keep in mind, Melvin was 19 doing this.
Yeah.
Dude, my dad was 14 singing with grown men,
He was. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
With the Voice Masters. Like this
Right.
which is how, he made his claim to fame in the first place. But while we're on the topic of the duets there, that I'm on Fire.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier, man.
Yeah,
Glenn.
That intro.
Yeah.
That intro.
Come on, Richard, Glenn, and Melvin, man.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's the cut right there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Glenn Jr. to sing that with me.
Oh, that'd be good.
We need that.
Yeah,
that would be good. That would be good.
We're gonna see what's up with that.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite Temptation album? Because your sister mentioned that Mellow Mood is her favorite. Because Melvin and Paul, it's your favorite.
That's my personal favorite too.
Yeah.
I'd be lying. I don't have a favorite album.
Understandable.
Okay. That would be. I mean, dude, they've dropped 60 albums.
Yeah.
Literally, no exaggeration. 60. Okay, I don't know really any artist group, anything who's even come close to that. But so I cannot nail down a specific album, but there's at least one or two cuts on every single one.
Right.
So but yeah, I don't want to lie to you and say that I have a favorite.
Oh yeah, I understand that. But it's like for me, it's just something about that Tempting Temptations album. I don't know what was in the air. They didn't have to cook like that the entire album.
Yeah, that one's my favorite. That one's my favorite.
Yeah.
The whole album. I love it.
Well, which one was that?
The Tempting Temptations.
The third one.
Right.
During their peak years.
Actually, if I had to say that my favorite album, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, would probably be the second Christmas album.
Okay.
That's not bad. Yeah.
The second Christmas album. Like there's this song on there, Oh Holy Night. Man, if you hear Glenn sing on that, and him and my dad go back and forth, but Glenn hits some notes that are like almost Mariah Carey-esque.
Wow.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to talk about that. They just want to disrespect them. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always downplaying them. And
if it ain't Eddie, I don't care. Like, come on, man.
Right.
Yep. Always downplaying him.
Look, and we know Eddie was the originator, but Eddie wasn't hitting notes. Like
exactly. That's the thing.
But at the same time, exactly. You can't mention Temptations tenors without mentioning Glenn Leonard. Exactly. Like we're not gonna play this man. Like again, I'm finna go back to I'm on Fire. 40-second note. Nobody else did that. I'm gonna say it right up front. Nobody else did that except for Glenn Leonard. That's why he's one of my favorite tenors, man. Shout out to Glenn Leonard for real.
1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, like bro, everything ain't about Eddie. I'm sorry. We know Eddie was the GOAT, but
The originator, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
but
he was
everything
great.
ain't
For
He was
most people,
great.
like Ron Banks and stuff like that, most people look up to him, but
Right.
like nobody has to sound distinctively like them. I feel like that's why they like Damon, because he sounds exactly like Eddie. No, like we need to give Glenn his flowers.
His
Right.
props. He's a
Because
living
his
legend.
his tenor is unique, and what he brought to the group was amazing. Like again,
Right.
nobody else is holding a 40-second note, especially that high.
Nobody's
Like
hitting it
Right.
that high.
nobody's doing it.
Or since nobody's
Yep.
hitting notes that high. Now the thing
Yep.
about Eddie was smooth. Eddie was a crooner, right? So
Yeah.
he had that soft, velvety voice, right? But Glenn, like that falsetto was just next level.
Undefeated. Yeah. To
Yeah.
me, even besides I'm on Fire, even other songs he's led or co-led, like Bareback, In a Lifetime, Ever Ready Love, you know, songs like
Right.
that.
Right.
Him singing Give Love on Christmas Day, you know, those songs
Yes.
like that. Glenn to me was like a breath of fresh air to the group. He was like a new light because the previous voices, besides like Ricky Owens and stuff, Eddie and Damon voices are about almost in the same category. Glenn was something different. He was
Yep.
fresh to the group. He was a new tenor with his own voice. He wasn't like Eddie
Mhm.
Kendricks. He was his
1,000.
own individual, you know. And the way he was dancing on that midnight special, he was moving like he was there since day one.
Man, the boy had
Yeah.
the moves, man.
He
Glenn had
had
the
something to
moves,
prove.
man.
He had the moves. He had it.
Right. But he to make a similar contrast is like David and Dennis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Dennis can come in and sing the songs that David sung, but the way he sings them, he makes them his own, and he
Right.
brought a completely different sound to the group, right? And
Yeah.
then you have Ali, which is like, to me, like basically like you take David and Dennis DNA and they have a baby, and then you get Ali. Like,
Right.
Yep.
he's like
Also with the tenor vocal range, or falsetto vocal range, like come on, man.
yeah, that man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
But back to Dennis real quick. I like how you brought that point up because Dennis could sing certain songs by David and make it his own. Specifically in 1968, when they was on TCB and Dennis sung "I'm Losing You," he
Yeah.
put in pure soul into that, man. He did not have to do that. He ain't had to cook that hard the way he did. That was pure soul he brought.
I love that.
Like
yo.
he felt it. Like he
Yeah.
felt it from like he sung it first. He felt
Right.
it from the sole of his toes, man.
Like it was
He
his
did that.
song.
Like it was his song. He
Like
did
it was
that.
his song.
He did that. The TCB got to be one of their greatest specials, man.
It
and
is.
of course with Paul singing "For Once in My Life." Come on, pure iconic.
Yeah. And then we got how Dennis just cooked on "I Could Never Love Another" at the Copa. They don't know about that though. But yeah, man.
And him singing "The Impossible Dream."
Yeah.
The Impossible Dream. They don't know about
Paul? Well, The Impossible Dream?
Paul too. Yeah,
Yeah.
Paul
His
and
two,
Dennis.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
They did that, man. They did.
Yeah. Come on now. They sung they had them come out singing "Eye of the Tiger." Like,
Oh yeah.
That was a good
Seriously?
version. That was
Oh.
a good version.
Oh, Blue, I just thought of this question. My bad.
Should've
I didn't mean to cut
recorded
you
that.
off. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just remembered that your dad, he did some voice acting. I just remembered that.
yes.
So could you like tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah. So there was a cartoon that he voiced the character of Wheels, was the name of the character. I'm trying to remember the name of the cartoon. But it was like a GoBot type thing. I cannot recall the name of the cartoon, but the name of the character that he voiced was Wheels. And he's also done a lot of background vocals for various musicians over the years that
Yep.
doesn't really get a lot of light shined on it.
Right.
But he was looking to get more into the voiceover work. But unfortunately his health took a turn for the worse. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
hopefully
But-
it's another aspect
I know-
of his legacy that I can carry on.
I know that he did the intro to one of the Marvelettes songs. I forget which one it
My
was,
baby
but
must be a musician. My baby must
yes,
be a
that one. Thank
magician.
you. Thank you, Rob. Yeah, that's the one. He did that, and he and the Classic Five Temps did background on Marvin's Try It Baby.
Yep.
Yep.
He was didn't he do the clapping thing, clapping his hand for Baby Love? Devin, was he a part of that?
That one I don't know about.
That one I would have had to have asked David about.
Yeah.
I'd be lying because I would have had to ask David about that one. So, which I still can, and get back with y'all on that.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
But-
He was doing background for Rick James and stuff like that.
Yeah, Rick James. That's another one.
Yeah.
Yep.
On the
So
street
that
song.
was
Mhm.
so there has been, I don't know, whatever rumor that Rick James was his nephew.
Yep.
So that wasn't technically true.
Yeah.
As
I've heard that.
I've heard that.
They weren't related by blood. However, you could not tell either of them that. Right? As far as they were concerned, he was his uncle and he was his nephew. So much so that I got an invite to the funeral when Rick James passed
Wow.
as a member of the family.
Mm.
So, just goes to show it was more about the relationship than the relation.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh,
Right.
okay.
Another. I remember he used to say that him and David were cousins. I remember he used
I
to
was gonna
say,
bring that up too.
Same thing. Same thing.
And I
Just-
think Melvin said the same thing about him and Richard Street, if I'm not mistaken.
yes, same thing.
Yeah.
Same.
yeah.
So,
So, so
David Jr. is my cousin, right? And can't nobody tell either one of us different,
yeah.
right? But
Mhm.
the bloodline is, what I'm saying? So it's relationship over relation. So I mean,
Right.
you got to understand back then, right? It was a completely different time. Everybody was family. Like
Right.
you remember y'all, you may or may not remember the term play cousins.
I know that. I know
I've
about
heard
that.
that. I've heard that.
Right. So, and it's really just because y'all mamas was best friends when you was born.
Right.
Right.
Right. So there was a lot of that going on because the Black community back in those days was much more tight knit than it is today,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah,
Talk
we
about that
have.
right here.
during all the civil rights movement and everything else, right? So I mean, they reached the peak of their fame there, right around the time when Fair Housing Act and and integration and everything else was really just starting to pop off. Like they performed in hotels that they weren't allowed to sleep in. Like, so to be able to navigate all of that, they and experiencing that together brought them closer than just regular friends, right? Like you're in the trenches together, and those types of relationships developed. And now, me being offspring, I'm the beneficiary of it. So David Jr. is my cousin, Richard Jr. is my cousin, and can't nobody tell me different.
Hey, I wanted to ask you about somebody because he doesn't really post on social media often. How's Paul Williams Jr. doing?
Oh, he's doing well. He's doing great. Matter of fact, Glenn. So he has a Temps review, and Glenn Jr. is singing with him.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no, Paul's doing good. He's not. You're right. He's not big on social media. I really just got back cracking with social media myself. Believe it or not, it's difficult for those of us who aren't accustomed to it.
Right.
But Paul is just like, I'm good on it. I don't even really need it. Paul's the type of dude, he don't even really have his phone on him a lot.
Oh wow.
So he's real old school like that. But he's doing well. I just talked to him maybe a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
But yeah, him and Glenn and the rest of their group, they're traveling, doing shows and stuff, keeping this legacy alive.
Great. maybe one of these days you guys can end up touring together. You guys
Well, that
might.
is the plan. Eventually that will occur. But all in God's time.
Okay.
We tried to force the issue before with the whole Sons of Motown thing.
Right.
And again, the powers that be was like, not so fast. So,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we know for a fact that this is something that has to happen. So,
Right.
So failure is not an option for any of us. So that will come to fruition. It's not a matter of if, just when.
When. I have another quick question. Would you guys, either one of you, you or Miss David, would y'all ever consider writing a book about your father? Just I don't know if it would help get rid of all the stuff we talked about with all the negatives, but just put the information out there, so like it's really no excuse for y'all to be saying what y'all saying. It's a book. You can get the book. Ask. You know what I'm saying?
So I know that me personally, I am writing a book on my life.
Okay.
All right.
As his son. But as far as a book that's based on him, I'd definitely talk to David about that, see how she feels about it, because she would, her being there, being born, being around all of that, she would have much more experience than I would to be able to contribute to that specific story. Now I could, do my research and talk to people or whatnot, but she would be able to give more firsthand accounts than I would be able to.
Okay.
So
I just
a good idea though.
Okay, thank you. We're looking forward to it. I just thought about that because I'm like you. I remember I watched a couple of your videos and I remember you saying how when you were younger you used to always go to the library. I'm the same way. I love learning. I love reading, and the information's out there. There's no excuse to not be informed. We talk about this all the time. So I just thought about what we were talking about earlier, and I'm like, why not write a book? But I understand, it's up to whether Miss Davet feels comfortable. But that's just something I've always been about. I've always wanted to be informed. I've always wanted to read. So that's something I have in common with you, Blue.
That's what's up. Leaders are readers, brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. For sure.
Amen.
Leaders. But yeah, that's definitely something that I will address with her because that is an interesting project. And if she's willing to take that on with me, because she's the family historian. So,
right.
So I lean very heavily on her for a lot of the missing pieces that I have.
That's great. You have that. I'm always looking for my family history, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna just say I don't have the resources that you're blessed to have. That's all I'm gonna say. But I think it's great that you have Miss David to help you with that. I think we all should have a family historian. That's how pass that down to generations.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. 100%. Yeah. No, I'm definitely blessed to have her as a resource. That wasn't always the case.
Right.
So. Again, those who are familiar with my story, I'm not going to go into detail now.
I've seen it.
But so that wasn't always necessarily the case. But I'm definitely blessed to have that now. Because it helps me to learn more about me.
Right.
Learning my history, learning where I come from, that helps me to better determine where I'm heading.
That's great. Do you have any questions for us?
Just one.
Okay.
What in the world drove people so young to be such big fans of the Temptations?
Can I answer first? My dad. That's who. And it's not just with the Temps, it's with anybody from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, some of the 90s. But my dad, he played. let me tell you something, Blue. I remember Sunday morning, like 8 o'clock in the morning, he blasting records, blasting Temptations records, and I just grew accustomed to it.
Right.
Like I remember another thing. This it's been different people that's done it, but on Sunday night we have this station WDAS here in Philadelphia where they play nothing but oldies. I remember when I was a little kid. At the dinner table listening to that. So
Mhm.
I just grew up listening to it, and you see it as proof. I can see my collection. So
Right. No, absolutely. That collection is fire.
thank you.
Absolutely.
But he went to the reunion tour too. He went to the reunion tour when he came over here.
Oh
He
wow.
he was such a fan that my stepmother at the time, he snuck in a cassette tape. He snuck in a cassette player so he could record the concert. That's how much.
That's dope. To have his own little bootleg of the concert, right?
Yeah,
That's what's up. That's what's up. Anybody else?
Yes. For me, the same story for Rob kind of happened. I feel like I haven't said my name often. So, my real name is Devin. That's my actual name. I run the Temptations Forever fan page. I've been running it since 2022.
Go
Cause
follow that page, y'all. Follow
thank you.
that page.
Thank you. I've been running the page since 2022, and ever since then, I've been doing my best to continue the legacy of the Temptations, one of my favorite groups of all time. I post rare photos, rare footage, rare stories, and I have a 3-part documentary series on YouTube and a separate documentary on the final years of David Ruffin before his passing.
yeah.
Mm.
And
Give me those
basically,
links too, please.
okay, I'll definitely send a link to it for
Yeah.
everything. And basically, like Robert, I grew up with old soul music type through my mom because she would always play a lot of the music, and my grandparents, and I'm through the 50s to the 90s type of guy. I have a vinyl page as well. It's called D Sims Vinyls, where I post a lot of my new vinyls that I get because I go to the record store almost every week. So I
Okay.
love vinyls. I get it from my granddad. He gave me a couple of his vinyls. He gave me a couple Eddie Kendricks, the OJs, Billy Ocean. He gave me those type of vinyls, and ever since I've been collecting my own. I've been collecting since 2016, so 10 years now. And I not only collect vinyls, I also collect CDs and cassettes as well. Basically, all the old forms of media, because physical media is one of the best, and it's
It
coming back.
is.
A lot of people is
Yeah.
using it.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
So I grew up a lot on the Temptations, the Spinners, the Dells, the Dramatics, all the greats, and even single artists. I grew up on artists like Marvin Gaye and Whitney Houston, Stevie Wonder, and I even um dabbled into more genres like stuff like neo soul. I listened to Lauryn Hill, D'Angelo, and Maxwell and stuff like that. And
Yes.
so basically with the help of my family members and me myself, I've gotten into this type of music. And like I said, I've been a Temptation fan since 2017 when I first watched the movie. And I thought these guys actually were the Temptations. I did my own research. I thought that these guys was really them. Like I thought Christian Payton was Paul and Leon was David, and et cetera, et cetera.
Right,
Because
right.
the contrary belief to what anybody may think negative or positive in the movie, I th- I love it. Okay, it has nostalgia for me. Now it's great for entertainment, but for some forms of accuracy, not so much. But that's not
Telling
what
the
that is
truth, I
for.
don't know about.
Right. That's what the
Yeah,
books are for, and the real people
yeah,
that were there.
Yeah.
Because if it was honestly based on all the books and stuff and all the accounts, the movie would be hours long, like your sister said earlier. And no, and
yeah.
that doesn't sell tickets. That doesn't make money. That's a
Yep.
Right.
documentary. That's a documentary.
Right.
Also,
So
Blue.
yeah, that's how I became a fan of the Temptations and how I got to meet them. I'm gonna keep this short because I'm gonna let Ari answer. I don't want to take too much of the time up. Um, a guy that made that suit that I was wearing, his name is Curtis Gibson, and he had known Otis Melvin and Paul personally. He used to make their clothes. He met them back in 1969, and he makes my suits. And he hooked me up twice to meet the current Temptations, and that's
Wow.
how I got to meet them.
So
That's dope.
Thank you.
That's dope.
Yeah. Well, for me, I've always been like a music fan, like whether it be a whole nother different genre like yacht rock or neo soul, like Devin said, or soul music in general, just Motown and Philly International Records. Them two is what I really got into when I was younger. You know, I had a Stevie Wonder phase, of course. You know, music was always just around me. And when I got into the Temptations when I was real young, I was like, hey man, this kind of groovy. Who are these? So I started doing my research as I go along, of course. And as I got older, I just got obsessed with music and vinyls. And I used to always sing the Temptations. I sing now, like man. So I'm trying to get on board with that. I'm just singing. So I
Mhm.
love the Temptations. I always have. So yeah, it's just I myself have discovered, but it's always been around me. So
Mm,
yeah.
got you. Got you.
Uh, oh, Blue. Well,
Yes.
one quick thing. So there, quick little segue. It's on topic, but so there was a guy here in Philly. He played nothing but Motown on Monday nights, right? From
Okay.
like 7 to 10 or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And somewhere along the line, not like I don't know when, but point of it is your dad actually, I guess you would say, like, I guess shout him out or whatever. Basically, like before the program started, he would be like, "I'm Melvin Franklin of the Temptations, and you're listening to Harvey Holiday." That's the guy named Harvey
Oh,
Holiday.
yeah, yeah. He
Yeah,
did a
I,
he did
I,
a drop.
I had it's on cassettes and everything. So if I do find one when he's doing that, I'll definitely try to record it or send it to you somehow.
Oh, I would greatly appreciate that, man. That would be super dope.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah,
thing
I didn't know my
is,
dad was doing drops. That's dope.
yeah.
That's
Another thing is, my grandfather, his name is Paul actually, and he actually met him before. He had met Paul back in the day. Paul met Paul back in the day, and he met Eddie too. And he actually met David Ruffin too. He actually had David in his car. True story. And he had David in his car because David had noticed how his hair was, because you know how their hair was in the '60s and stuff. And David had wondered, where did you get your hair done? And he had showed him where he got his hair done. So um,
you talking about the
yeah,
perms?
yes, the perms.
Yeah, the
yeah.
perms.
They need
Yeah.
to bring that back, man.
Yeah,
Bring
it's
that
dope.
back.
Ah, brother, leave that right where it is. It's
Yeah, leave that right where it is, man. But I gotta
Yeah.
say, out of all the Temptations and most of the records I heard, my favorite member, the one that I've always been fascinated with, because for a while it was hard for me to pick who was my initial favorite, because I love damn near all of them. But the vocalist
Yeah.
that always stood out to me was Paul Williams. That dude can sing, plead, dance, choreograph.
Yep.
He could do it all, man. He was a jack of all trades. And
That's
if he,
why he was the original lead. Don't forget.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, if he lived longer and made his solo career with David and Eddie, he would have truly been something great. You know, I've always been a Paul advocate. Because he's very underrated and he was a good dude. So
Great guy.
that's
Great.
that's why he was my favorite. My favorite.
Yeah.
Oh,
The two people
Blue.
nobody has anything bad to say about, Melvin and Paul. Like
One
Yeah.
thousand.
every single time you ask, there's nothing bad to say about them.
1,000%.
Not
Yeah.
really Dennis either, and
Yeah.
Richard
Dennis
Oh
Street.
Reed.
no, you ain't talked to the right people then.
Oh, oh.
Wait,
You know
wait.
what? Actually, you know what? I know what you're talking about, Blue. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you ain't talked to the right people. But I'm
Dennis
not
is.
going to you ain't heard nothing from me.
Wow. Okay.
All I'm
What
gonna
about
say
Richard
is,
Street? But what about Richard Street?
Same, same,
Oh, what the?
same.
Wow.
But
I didn't know
again,
that.
it's nobody, right? And let me emphasize this, not just for you four that I'm speaking to, but for anybody that's listening to this, nobody can please everybody.
Right.
Okay. Nope. Somebody somewhere will have something bad to say. Even we're talking about Paul and my father. There are those who would diminish how great he was as a person when they find out about my past. and then they'll say, okay, well, he was lacking in this area, so now it diminishes from his legacy overall. And we're all human. Nobody's perfect, right? But people will find stuff to nitpick about. So
Right.
when it comes to Richard, when it comes to Dennis, when it comes to really everybody, somebody somewhere will have something bad to say. It's just they have the least amount to say when it comes to Paul and my father.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm,
Well,
okay.
now
That's a
that
different
they
perspective.
oh, go ahead.
Now you're saying that's a different perspective. I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah.
I'm
But
still surprised about Dennis, but go ahead.
but
Good story. Woo. Anyway, that's
oh,
Yeah.
Now I'm
maybe
interested now. Now I'm
yeah,
interested.
you done made me interested now. Thanks.
Dennis was a wild man. Dennis.
Well,
was
I know that, but
Yeah.
Dennis was put. I will say this, and I'll say nothing more. Dennis literally put somebody through a wall.
Oh.
Literally. No,
wow. Okay.
put somebody through a wall, but it was for a good cause.
Yeah. Well, I mean, well.
So but just to so it wasn't like he was just wilding out or whatever. He was defending a fellow brother.
Okay.
But Dennis was no joke.
Oh, well, we know. The dude was like what, 6'5"? Yeah, he's definitely nothing to play around with.
He was 6'2". And in about 2 1/4, like in his prime, but he just appeared so much bigger than everybody else because he was just such a big person.
Right.
He has such a large personality, and his stature, like he was wide, he had wide shoulders and stuff.
Yeah.
But no, Dennis, I mean, he wasn't small, but but just the way he carried himself, his stature and everything just made him seem so much bigger than life. But he wasn't 6'5".
A lot of people say that he's like 6'4", 6'5", so that's why I mainly said that.
Yeah.
Also, I'm 6'4", and he wasn't taller than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's one more thing I wanted to ask. Since they kind of passed away in like somewhat like recent years, around like the 2010s, if you have any like brief stories, how was it knowing like Damon Harris, Richard, and Dennis, or Ollie too?
What happened? Say that again. I'm so sorry.
How was it like knowing Damon, Richard, Ollie, and Dennis? Like as people.
Hold on. I you know what? I lost track of time, and I was supposed to be on another call at 7.
Oh.
And I'm responding to them right now. But really, Ollie was the one that was the most down to earth. That's why he's my second favorite Temptation, not just because of his vocal ability, but he was a person. He was a human before he was a Temptation.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And most of them were Temptations first.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever else came after that. Right. So I hate to cut it short like that, but that's really all I can give you.
Okay, it's good.
It was an honor having you, brother. It was
great having you.
Yes, I completely I lost track of the time.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. If I really want to know more, I'll just ask you.
Yeah.
Feel free to reach out to me, y'all. Follow me everywhere, Melvin Franklin Jr.
Okay.
And actually get at me because I got a project that I'm working on that I might can collab with you on with the Temptations Forever page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, so get at me on that. But in the meantime and in between time, I appreciate you guys having me and my sister. Thank you very much.
Of course, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Gotta get to this meeting, y'all. So
all right.
All good, man. Peace.
All right, man. Take care.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was quite an episode.
With that being said, it was a great interview. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all of them, everybody that we discussed. Yeah. If anybody else want to say something,
Oh, that was a great interview. You know, I really, really enjoyed that. Def got to come back on again. Definitely.
Yeah, that was real fun, you know. Um, Man, the time went quicker than expected, man. We're back at our 2 hour episode mark again. You know, it's been a while since we had one of those, you know, because we ain't really had no guests in a while. But yeah, man, we couldn't really get into like all the usual topics and the celebrity comeback stuff. So I'll tell y'all what. In the next episode, we'll discuss that topic and we'll discuss the topic of the next episode. We'll do both. We
Okay.
can do it. So we gonna mainly wrap it up for this week on the Truth and Harmony podcast. Real talk, real stories. Thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you to Rob and thank you to Ari. Thank you Josh for coming back. You know, it's unfortunate Kyra couldn't make it with her this week, but you know, she's a spirit. She's probably gonna watch the episode or at least half of it because it's 2 hours. And a real great special thanks to Davette
Yeah.
and Melvin
Yeah.
Jr.
Y'all were amazing. Thank you so much.
Yes, it was really great to speak to you guys. Melvin Jr. is hilarious. He's hilarious. And
Yeah.
David is also hilarious. They are
Yeah.
great people. We definitely have to do this again sometime. But you know, that's it for this week. And we'll be back next week for more engaging stories and more truth. Peace out.